Part 4, here's what I did to solve the eating too much problem.
Now, the solution for my eating problem. I went straight to Jordan Kane, the dietitian.
I'd be recommending, in terms of waking up and eating before going to training, trying to have some form of even like the slower carb in that meal. You're going to burn carb, whether it comes from a carb, whether it comes from a fat source that's turning into a carb. You still are going to be burning like carbohydrates for energy, right? So like the body's basically going to be like either working hard to try and like translate like a fat or a protein into a carbohydrate to use it, or it can just get some carbohydrates from the small amount of carbohydrates you're going to be having in your diet. So like that's what I'd be recommending. Like try not to train fasted unless you're like doing a really chill session, like weights or like doing something that's really not going to be burning too much. Post-workout, try and get something in that's like within 60 minutes of your workout, every workout. And you're aiming for like getting at least 30 grams of protein in at that meal.
And then Mike put it best with what he thinks actually happened and the solution to that right here.
So you still need to watch what you're eating when you're training if you want to keep the weight down, unfortunately. It's not a license to eat as much as you want.
And again, while I did say this is about my anecdotal evidence around, my whole weight loss, fat loss journey, let's talk some hard science and facts and physics. Most of you folks out there probably know about a calorie, but do you know exactly what it is?
Calories are a way of keeping track of the body's energy budget. A healthy balance occurs when we put in about as much energy as we lose. If we consistently put more energy into our bodies than we burn, the excess will gradually be stored as fat in our cells and will gain weight. If we burn off more energy than we replenish, we'll lose weight. So we have to be able to measure the energy we consume and use, and we do so with a unit called the calorie. 1 calorie, the kind we measure in food, also called a large calorie, is defined as the amount of energy it would take to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius.
That was What is a Calorie by Emma Bryce for TED Education.
So now that we know what calories are, that's fine and all, but our bodies are not perfectly optimized machines. We all know that humans, we do not operate in this one in, one out, perfect mathematical equations. What the calories that are burned on your smartwatch or Strava says might not be telling you the whole picture. So what about the calories that you burn after certain types of workout? You're not going to burn as many calories after doing a short 10-minute easy walk than if you would do 10 minutes lifting weights or 10 minutes of sprints or 3 hours of running at a moderate pace. And what about your metabolic rate based on hormones? So your age, how fit you are, your sex, all these different things, what you're actually eating. So the bioavailability of all the different foods, what you're eating at different times. So many questions, and I look to answer them for myself. I looked at my previous journal entries again from when I lost body fat and body weight and when I gained muscle mass. So this is specific to eating, not just training. And I like that feeling, and I wanted it back. I didn't want that bloating around my stomach. I was like, no, I'm not feeling this. I want that fat around my chin. I really liked when I felt, I just felt fit and muscular, and I won't even say thin, but felt like I can cut through the air, if that makes sense. And the problem and the duality of it all is that I love the slow carb diet, and I also love a little bit of intermittent fasting that doesn't work with running and higher mileage running. I know you can do it, but is it the best thing to do? Is it the best thing for performance gains? Feel free to disagree with me in the comments below, or if you listen to the podcast, hit me up on socials, Instagram, TikTok, email me, talk@dlakecreates.com, because I know this is a contentious topic where it's like, no, I can do low carb and, I can still run my best times. I'm not saying you can't. It doesn't work for me. A lot of the science out there says it doesn't work. Overall, in the long term, it's probably not the healthiest thing to do. I found the best thing to do, and the solution to this whole eating when I'm running a lot is to approach it with a seasonal angle. In the off season, I do less carbs because I'm not doing as much overall load, which is volume and intensity. And I can eat more good fats and protein and even intermittent fast. And again, the slow carb diet is great for this. And if I've gained weight, which happens during my race specific block of 4 to 6 weeks, when I'm tuning it up, I'm running a lot of mileage, a lot of volume, a lot of intensity, a lot of overall load, I will be fine with the weight gain. Please note that gaining a little bit of weight during this race-specific phase is absolutely normal for most people. I give myself some leeway and some grace. Just, know that I'll lose that basically in the off-season, anywhere from 2 to 8 week off-season, where I then will go back to the slow-carb diet paired with intermittent fasting, and I'll lose that body fat and that weight that I've gained. The reason why you end up gaining the weight is because you need to be in a calorie surplus for recovery. So you want that fat around your organs to make sure that you recover well. Once you, like I said, if you start getting into that 9, 8, 7, 6% body fat range, which is really hard to get to in general. It's not easy to get into. I know a lot of pro runners are around 7, 8% anyway, but when you get there, you're also balancing not recovering well. And again, I give myself that leeway, that grace to gain the weight because I'm not pro and I just like doing this and I want to make sure that I don't get sick because that's what happens when you have low body fat. Also, you're susceptible to all types of sicknesses, overtraining syndrome, all these other things that I can talk about in depth in a whole other podcast.